We know that Malaysian companies have been battered by this extended lockdown. Give us a sense of how your various companies are doing.
We're doing well because our footprint is global, and in fact, most of our businesses, 90% of our business and profits comes from Britain, Singapore, and elsewhere. So in a way, other than the cyclical business in Malaysia, we are a bit affected, but the rest of our businesses has got business footprints that are very long-term, not subjected to all these COVID impacts.
Given the impact within the Malaysian market, though, are you seeing any values, any M&A potentials?
Oh yes, I mean to a certain extent in all the various fields, we've already seen us taking over Lafarge Cement, and we have turned that company around quite dramatically within a year. And things are looking very well. Our plants in Singapore and Malaysia and Vietnam are doing very well. We sold our Chinese plant in China for a big profit because we want to concentrate in South Asia where the logistics, everything makes more sense if we can focus and concentrate within this South Asia footprint. We want to be a huge regional player. So there is synergy and all of that. So all other businesses are doing very well. Like I said, the vessel washer is doing very well indeed. Our power plant business in Singapore is okay. And only the hotel business is a little bit impacted because of the lockdowns in Malaysia and also Australia and elsewhere. But it's also slowly improving.
You talked about how you've withdrawn from the cement business in China and you want to concentrate on the cement business in Southeast Asia. Might you be interested in Cement Republic in the Philippines as part of your expansion plan?
Yes, Philippines, Indonesia has always been part of our focus as well. We are looking at it and trying to work with partners around there to find a logical synergy of some sorts, either in marketing or in the working together or even in the acquisitions. So yes, we are actively still looking into this.
Teresa, looking also at the hotel business, I mean, this is probably one of the worst hit industry groups out there. A lot of hotels have gone to the wall. Does that present an opportunity for consolidation in your view?
Yes, one of the first things that happens in the hotel business is so much capacity has been taken out immediately. One of the good policies of YTL Hotel Group is that we don't retrench staff. And the reason is that we feel that when the business comes back, we are the quickest off to take advantage of the capacity consolidation. And that's what has happened when we immediately open our hotels in Gainsborough, in Britain, all our hotels, and including London now. Is doing very well. And there's already a pent-up demand even in Malaysia, for example, while the occupancy rates are low, but the bookings are tremendously high. We have something like 12 million US worth of advanced bookings for hotel rooms. They're paying ahead before they actually use it. So you can see already a huge pent-up demand for travel, even within our local environment.
Tan Sri, but where would you be looking precisely here, geographically, and indeed what kind of hotel, upmarket or perhaps business hotels, that sort of thing?
We have always been good partners with the Marriott Group, and of course that tends to be more on the upper end of business hotels. We are pretty good at that. So in that context, yeah, we'll be looking for opportunities if there are M&A opportunities in this area and business. We are very good at managing businesses in hotels. As you can see, before the pandemic, we were doing incredibly well. Right now, we can see from our occupancy rates in Bath, in Monkey Island, in Scotland, and London. That's why we are optimistic to open London this week.
So for Southeast Asia or Asia in particular, when do you see levels getting back to what we saw before the pandemic?
So basically, in Southeast Asia, there are various experiments on travel bubbles to wanting travel vaccination certificates to sandboxes. With these various experiments, one of the things we are beginning to see quite concretely is the way Britain and Japan has coped with the pandemic with huge population gathers where there's no masking and all that. They're quite relaxed. and it seems to be showing signs that it's now turning into an endemic rather than a pandemic situation, and the hospital are not full with tremendously sick cases or death. So that's a good sign. If this statistics holds up, it becomes a benchmark for the world how to look at forward with the way the British go about it. In Malaysia, of course, we are vaccinating 500,000 people a day, which is as much as the rate of US with only a tenth of the population. So we are doing also quite well in this sector.
Tan Sri, YTL Group is already quite diversified, but there's talk that you may be interested in that digital banking license. Are you bidding for it? What's the plan?
I think one of the things we have learned from this pandemic situation is that you see companies that are rated very well are those that know how to monetize their data and monetize their database of their customers. And we have got 100 million customers. So in the past, we were doing well, but we have not been able to monetize them. So now with all our shopping centers and with all our hotel databases, we will learn to monetize them quite quickly. And we will put them together into a reward point system to make sure they stay with us as customers and to give them reward points and very attractive reward points to stick to us as a customer. So I think omni-channel and reward points becomes a very important digital initiative that must be done. It's no longer a luxury. It is an essential part of going forward.
Tan Sri, the pandemic has changed the world, perhaps not as much as some people perhaps thought a few months ago, but how has it changed the shape of your companies here as well? What are you going to do to make perhaps go towards more friendly towards working from home and indeed more hybrid structures? What are you instituting?
So we are global. So we have got different businesses in different areas like Wessex Water in UK and power plant. So it's different horses for different causes. But one of the good policies we have is that we don't retrench any of these people, because we always believe that when the market recovers, we are the first to pick up the capacity shrinkage when people have consolidated in this industry. We also, of course, the executive directors took no salaries for a year to make sure that the retrenchment is at a minimum. So that policy has worked very well. The staffs are very well motivated. That's the first thing we did, was to make sure that the staff weren't in an insecure position. And the staff are very well motivated today. They are very efficient today. I find even if half of them are working away from home, they are actually producing as effectively, or if not more. So we are learning that the productivity has not shrunk as a result of this pandemic, and we actually see some productivity increases. So this will affect the way we think forward, how to move forward with a quality life for our staff and the way office is being planned, etc. So I think this is actually a fantastic learning lesson going forward.